Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, February 7th, and I'm your host, Kristen McDonald. On Wednesday, Norwood Community Media was at the Skating Club of Boston to broadcast a live doubleheader of the boys and girls hockey teams. This was our first time back at the skating club since last week's tragedy. Before the games, there was a heartfelt announcement by PA announcer Mark Hoover that was followed by a moment of silence, and NCM Director Jack Tolman opened the broadcast with some comments on behalf of everyone at Norwood Community Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather here not only to celebrate the beauty of our sport, but also to honor the memory of the beloved figure skaters from the Skating Club of Boston who tragically lost their lives in the plane crash in Washington, D.C. Their passion, talent, and dedication inspired us all, and their absence leaves a profound void in our community. As we take a moment of silence, let us reflect on their lives, achievements, and the joy they brought to the ice. Please join us in honoring their memory and sending our thoughts and prayers to their friends and family. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jack Tolman, and I am the Director of Norwood Community Media. Today is the first live broadcast since the tragic plane crash that resulted in the deaths of 6 members of the Skating Club family. On behalf of Norwood Community Media, I would like to express our condolences to the club, and they have been in our thoughts and prayers. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the partnership that Norwood Community Media has had with the club, and we wouldn't be standing here right now if they didn't agree to work with us and partner with us to provide the infrastructure that allows us to broadcast today's game. In the words expressed by Club CEO Doug Zegheib, they have resilience, and they will honor their friends lost by getting back on the ice. So today, let's go play some Mustang hockey, and with the help of the skating club, let's broadcast some Mustang hockey. Thank you.
The Skating Club of Boston has become a part of Norwood's family, and the town will come together as always and help them during this difficult time. February is Heart Health Month, and Superintendent Director of Norwood Health Department, Stacy Lane, has some info on how you can keep your heart healthy.
Hi, I'm Stacy Lane, Superintendent Director of the Norwood Health Department. February is Heart Health Month. It is a time to wear red to raise awareness about heart disease, which is the leading cause of death in the country. During this month, the Health Department aims to educate the public about the importance of heart health and encourage people to take steps to protect their cardiovascular well-being. In addition to taking blood pressure reading at clinics this month, the public health nurse Diana will also promote healthy heart habits, such as eating a heart-healthy diet, engaging in regular physical activity, maintaining a healthy weight, managing blood pressure and cholesterol levels, and quitting smoking. The clinics are open to the public and will take place at the following dates: Senior Center at 275 Prospect Street, February 12th and February 26th from 12 to noon. Frank Walsh Senior Housing at William Shine Circle, February 6th at 1:30 to 2 p.m. Willowwood Senior Housing at Adam Street, February 13th, 2:30 to 3. And don't forget to wear red and stay healthy, Norwood.
When Norwood News returns, we hear some people's Super Bowl predictions from way back in September. We get to know a contractor here in town on the newest Living Local segment, and we get the latest in sports from Ron Marshalsea.
Hi, I'm Bob Donnelly.
I'm Pat Schick.
And we are from the Norwood Concert Committee, and we'd like to tell you a little bit about the upcoming winter concert series taking place at Norwood High School. We're going to end our series on February the 16th, again at 2 o'clock, Sunday afternoon at Norwood High School, with the Silver Spears. So a couple of years ago, we decided that maybe we want to vary the concert program a little bit and maybe have some music that's a little different than our standards, big bands or jazz bands. So the Silver Spears are a 4-piece band, mostly Celtic and Irish music with a little bit of country and some rock and roll mixed in it too. Last year they played and they were a big hit, so we invited them back to close out our series on February the 16th.
Yes, with the tin whistle, and it's wonderful. We do enjoy the people when they come Sunday afternoons for dancing in the aisles, and it's a good place to do your exercise and get your steps in, and appreciate the relaxing music.
It's warm and it's free, and it's open to anyone who's available to come on down to the high school on a nice winter Sunday afternoon.
Back in the fall, before the football season kicked off, NCM went to the Common and asked a few community members who they thought would be in the Super Bowl. Well, fast forward 5 months, and it's that time, Super Bowl weekend. Let's see what teams people predicted.
Welcome to NCM on the Street, and this is featuring Megan's Tiny Mic. We're pulling out the Tiny Mic today, and we're going to go ask some people some questions. And with the NFL season kicking off this Thursday, we're going to ask some people who's going to win the Super Bowl. All right, so we're here with our Tiny Mic. Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
New England Patriots all the way. Gerard Mayo is going to do it. He's the new Belichick.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
That's okay.
All
New
right.
England Patriots all the way.
I love it. I'll take the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson's got it this year.
All right, we'll see. We got 3 different teams. And who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
49ers.
49ers.
All right, 2 for the 49ers. All right, so I see your shirt, but who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Hopefully the Chiefs.
All right, Tiny Mike, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Fun fact, I'm from Wisconsin. It's going to be Green Bay this year.
Whoa. All right, we'll see. We'll check back in. All right, so who is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I got to think about this one. I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
Oh, that's
Don't
a good
hate
pick.
me for that. Don't hate
That's
me
a good
for that.
pick. We won't hate you.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with my Tiny Mike. So who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I don't know.
You don't know. You can't say one team.
Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah, Patriots.
I don't watch football.
Okay. Great. So that wraps it up for another edition of Man on the Street featuring Megan's Tiny Mic. But we got a few different teams, some Patriots faithful still out there. So we'll see back we'll see in February who wins it all.
If you've ever needed some help with a home project or just need some advice, one option for Norwood residents to call is Joe Sarno. In our latest Living Local segment, we get to know Joe can do that.
Joe Sarno, a Norwood resident and home improvement contractor here in town, has been helping people's to-do projects get done for the last 9 years. With his business, Joe can do that. But who is Joe, and what exactly can Joe do?
What can Joe do? So Joe can do that as I'm a contractor. But I focus on small jobs. So basically windows, doors, general remodeling. I don't do any of the big stuff. I'm basically a one-man show. I'm licensed insured. I have the stuff that I need to do everything that I could do. I just don't want to take on the bigger jobs unless I have to. I have some great subs that I can rely on when I need them, and then I have my uncle's a general contractor up in the North Shore, so when I have some bigger jobs, we work together, and it works great because we can collaborate and work well together, and he comes down. So I grew up with my uncle and my other uncle, both in the trades. One was a mechanic, and the other one was an electrician as well as a contractor. And I actually ran a garage back in the late 80s, early 90s, because I thought I was going to stay in the trades and be a mechanic, and that's what I was going to do. I did it through high school and graduated, and then sometime mid 90s-ish, we closed the garage down, and I decided to go back to college and say, I'm going to go get an education and do something different. But always still kind of stayed with the trades, just kind of like an extra job, weekends job, and then long story short, fell back into it about 10 years ago, and just kind of wish I stayed with it 30 years ago, as they all say.
Joe understands the importance of communication with customers, and he feels that's part of what separates him from other businesses.
I present my business much more of almost like a coach, right? So I like to help people. I like to my favorite part of the job is helping people understand, I don't upsell you, basically. It's like I want to come in and, basically say, what do you actually need, what needs to get done, and what can be done, and educate them a little bit about what's happening. This is why I have to do this, and this is how you do it. As you can tell, I like to talk. So I, love to kind of have those conversations with people, make them feel comfortable. And, and also focusing on a lot of the jobs that a lot of the big guys don't have time to do. It's not that they can or want, it's just they don't have time. They're focusing on banging out houses left and right or bigger additions and stuff. They don't have the bandwidth to do some of the smaller stuff. And I found it as a great niche because it's not just, that anybody can pick up a hammer and do it. You also have to trust the person in your house, right? You have to know who's going to be coming there and feel that they're going to be reliable, right? And you got to feel like, pardon my French, but they're not going to get screwed. It's like there's a bad rap. A lot of times, people who do come in and do smaller jobs, they're fly by night, and you just don't know what you're going to get. Give me a shot, give me a call. I'm happy to help. I will be honest, I'm always busy. So sometimes there's been moments I felt like it's been Joe can't do that because I've just had so much business. But I'm always willing to at least advise and help.
Helping others is Joe's favorite part of the job. And if he can be that trustworthy, knowledgeable person for people to turn to, he definitely will.
Number one is helping people. I mean, that's why I got into it. These people want trustworthy people here. It's like, and I know, it's the way that Joe can do that. My wife would always basically before I started, it would be like all our friends, family, everybody else, oh, Joe can do that. Oh, Joe can do that. And I'm like, my God, Brooke, I got stuff to do here, right? But that's kind of where it came from. And it's like, so when I decided, we're like, what's a name? And my wife's like, what about Joe can do that? And I'm like, oh, the website's available.
While you'll see Joe can do that in the surrounding communities, he'll always agree there's nothing like being in the town of Norwood.
I love Norwood because it's a true working class town. It's a great town. My wife's family's been from Norwood. This is the typical Norwoodian kind of, heritage here. Her family goes back to the late 1800s from South Norwood. And it's just I haven't met anybody from the town that is not willing to just step in and help whatever's needed. I was close. I always use this as a great example of why I love Norwood when we moved there. So my wife's family, her mother and was very close with the Coopers, Bernie Cooper. When I came to town, obviously we got to meet, I had to go see Bernie. And I remember I was downtown one time and, my daughter makes fun of me because I still stop and help people. And I'm like, even though people have cell phones, I'm that person. So the same thing happened. It was a snowstorm. I'm downtown and this woman's at a set of lights and her windshield wiper flipped off her car and it was just like she couldn't see anything. So I pull over, I'm over there trying to help and here comes Bernie come walking out too. And he's like, see, we're both out there helping this woman get her windshield wiper back on and so she could drive home, and she was still grateful and thankful. And I'm like, and that again made me think about this is the great town. It's like there's people like Bernie, he thinks like me, this is awesome, and so ever since then, I've always tried to be, I'm a town meeting member. I want to be part of the town. Just what can I do to help support our community? It's our community.
You can find more about Joe on his Facebook page and website, joecandothat.com. The next time you run into a problem or just want to liven your living space, just remember, Joe can do that.
Now let's throw it over to Sophia Baradinelli for the latest in school news.
I'm Sophia Baradinelli, and let's check out what's happening in our Norwood schools. In Norwood High School news, congratulations to Bridget Sopel and Sophia Tuma, who have been selected as NHS Students of the Month. Also at NHS, Philip Bueller's French 4 class went to the elementary schools to promote the French language program. 4th and 5th graders enjoyed mini lessons in French taught by the high schoolers. This annual event allows NHS to maintain a strong and varied world language program. The Cleveland School is ready to do hard things as they learn about perseverance. At the Character Strong assemblies, students were also rewarded for their acts of empathy. Recently, the Prescott Student Council reached out to Norwood School Nutrition to discuss a new a la carte snacks. Students sampled Cheetos Fantastics, Munchies, and Doritos White Nacho Chips. They voted to bring the tasty snacks to their fellow students, where Chester the Cheetah made a grand appearance. The event was a hit and ended with a dance party on stage.
Let's go, clap along.
Also at the Prescott, they held their monthly Character Strong Assembly to honor students of the month from January. The character trait recognized was empathy, and students who show care and compassion on a daily basis were chosen by staff to be nominated for Student of the Month. From Grade 1, Nova and Kevin. Grade 2, Arthur, Noah, and Bryce. From Grade 3, Jasleen and Lucas. From Grade 4, Allie, Nora. And Grade 5, Adulaide and James. Congratulations to those students. During the rest of the assembly, the new character trait for February was highlighted. Students learned about perseverance and what it looks like to persevere at school and at home. Stay tuned next month to see who their new Students of the Month will be. In fine art news, auditions for the Honor Festival were held on Saturday, February 1st at the Prescott School. Over 300 students from grade 3 to 8 auditioned for the Honor Orchestra, Band, and Chorus. Music students from Norwood High School, along with Brian Riley, Jeff Kerr, Alana Lawrence, and the Parent Music Organization team helped keep everything running smoothly throughout the day. Rehearsals will begin in February, and James Stone, Alana Lawrence, Monique LaRiviere, and Amy Bedard will be directing the ensembles. The concert will be held on April 9th at Norwood High School. That wraps up this week's school news. A big thank you to all the teachers who keep us in the loop with their updates. It really helps us see the wonderful things happening in our schools. Reporting for Norwood High School News, I'm Sophia Berardinelli. And now here's Ron Marshalsea with the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. The girls' basketball team took down Hopkinton 45-37 and Ashland 61-46. Ava Morad had 18 points, and Izzy Morgan and Cece Becker provided some much-needed energy for the Mustangs. They are at Westwood on the 7th at 5, host Dedham on the 11th at 6, and then the Mustangs are at Holliston on Valentine's Day at 6 o'clock. The boys' basketball team lost to Hopkinton off a 3-point buzzer beater, but they got back in the win column against the Clockers 70-39 on senior night. They are at Westwood on the 7th at 6:30, then they host Holliston on the 13th at 7, then they're at Bedford on the 19th for their final regular season game at 5 o'clock. The girls' hockey team went 1-1 in the past week, taking down the 7th-ranked Medfield Warriors in overtime 4-3, but coming up just short against Hopkinton. Ava Hines buried the game-winning goal against Medfield, and the other 3 goals were scored by Emily Spadorsha and Quinn Brown, who scored her first varsity goal. NCM was there against Hopkinton for senior night, and while they didn't get the win, Katie Malley scored this fantastic goal off the pass from Emily Spadorsha. They have 2 Saturday games in a row, heading to Ashland on the 8th and Dedham on the 15th. The boys' hockey team sit at 7-8 after a tough stretch of losses, but they finally got back into the win column with a massive 5-1 win over Holliston Wednesday night. 5 different Mustangs found the back of the net in this one: TJ Martin, Owen McDougall, Jason Gillis, Braden Lee, and Sviat Antipkin. The Mustangs host Westwood, Hopkinton, and head to KP for their final 3 games of the season. The wrestling team is now 14-9 after getting wins over Lincoln Sudbury, Belmont, and Billerica, but lost to Woburn and Foxborough. They have 1 more meet in the regular season, and it's at home against Walpole and Whitman Hanson on Saturday the 8th at 10 a.m. At their final regular season meet and on senior night, the swim and dive team gets the big win over Medfield 94-51. NCM was there with Joe Panola and Sarah Sullivan on commentary, and they got to talk with some of the swimmers, including senior captain Bridget Sopel, who qualified for states in the 100 breaststroke on senior night.
It's 1:16:48 is what we're watching. She's got about 6 seconds to do it in the event. 14, 15, yes. And she gets it.
She qualified. Oh, that is fantastic. What a swim by Bridget Sopel.
And a deafening cheer here at Blue Hills Pool. Bridget Sopel has qualified for states in the girls' 100 breast with a time of 1:15:58, besting the state's time by almost a full second. We're privileged now to be joined by Bridget Sopel, who is Heading to states in the 100 breast. Bridget,
yes,
congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel? I know that was close,
Yes.
and you made it at the end there, closed it in, and congrats on that.
Thank you. It's so exciting. We qualified in our relay already, but it just feels so good to qualify individually and be able to do that.
Now, Coach Curtin, before the meet, was talking to me about some times to watch. I have it right here, and you'll see it, that we have to watch Bridget Sopel in the 100 breast, as that was going to be real close. I was expecting this to come down to like a millisecond or two, but you almost beat that state's time by almost a full second the way that things went. Do you have any idea when you're swimming how close you are or if you're on pace or not?
I think when I got to the end over there, and I saw Colleen and Sophia like yelling at me to go, I was just like, okay, I need to last lap really push it, and I really wanted to qualify, so that really helped me.
We know you're a competitor, 3-sport
Yes.
athlete here at the
Yes.
School on the Hill. Now, can you hear them when they're cheering you on,
Yes.
or is that just, okay, so even through the pool in the water?
They are loud. When I got to that wall there, they were crouched down screaming in my face, and I knew I needed to go.
To watch the swim meet and any games this winter season in full, be sure to head to the on-demand feature at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. The gymnastic team's quad meet with Medfield, Medway, and Norton got moved to Monday, February 10th at 7 o'clock. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
The Community Preservation Committee met Wednesday night at the Senior Center. The committee reviewed fund reserves and estimated fund availability for FY26, and then discussed 7 projects that were all approved by the committee. Finally, they had an overview of the budget book and decided to continue to work on it, then send it out for a final review. The Community Preservation Committee will meet again on February 26th at 5:30 at the Finance Commission room at Town Hall. The Capital Outlay Committee met on Tuesday night and motioned to keep Bob Donnelly as chair and Kevin Conley as vice chair. Joe Kidd then gave an FY26 IT request for 2 computer lab refreshes at Norwood High School, one including the Macs from the television media classroom and the PCs from the computer science classroom. These were approved by the committee with free cash as a funding source. Assistant Town Manager Mike Rosen then gave an update on the FY25 capital project. The Capital Outlay Committee will meet tentatively on April 15th. Tune in to NCM's government channel to watch the full meetings. And finally, a reminder for those seeking public office, nomination papers and town meeting responses for the annual town election must be returned to the town clerk's office on or before Tuesday, February 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. For more information, contact the clerk's office at 781-762-1240. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and Kiki Thaxter has some chocolatey recommendation on her newest segment of Sweet Treats with Keeks.
Did you miss me? I'm back with another episode of Sweet Treats with Keeks. I'm down at Furlongs today, and we all know that February 14th is right around the corner, so I'm gonna go pick out some chocolates. Come with me. We'll do one of the smaller ones of, what was the first one? The pecan turtles. Milk, please. And then I'm gonna do some of the caramash. That sounds good. Yes, please. We'll do 2 of those. And then we're gonna do, where was that other? Yes, the smidgens. Why don't we add another turtle? Same? Yes. I've been in my pecan era, I feel like. And, oh, we still got room in there? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. What else should we add here? Okay, we'll try one of those. Milk chocolate, please. And then I'll do a cashew one, too. Milk. Well, caramel? Yeah, what about caramel? Yeah, caramel's... we'll do no salt, please. Yeah. I think that'll do it.
Valentine Day wrapping?
Yes.
That comes to $13.80. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You want a bag?
No, that's good.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. Have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.
I just got my little care package here. It's so cute. The Furlong staff is unbelievable. They're very helpful and they'll get you what you need. So we're gonna open this up. I don't even want to. It's like a little Christmas present. I got a few different options, but the main thing that stays the same is milk. It's milk chocolate, everything milk. I'm not a fan of the dark. So first up, we have the pecan cluster. Lately, I've been kind of really liking pecans. Chocolate and caramel. This is up close, if you want to take a look at that. It's quite a little contraption here. All right, let's take a bite. At first, it's like you get the pecan, but you gotta chew everything to get everything going here. Oh, that's good. Once you get biting, you chew everything together, you get the salty, the caramel, and the chocolate mix. It's actually really, really good. I enjoy that. I'm not gonna finish it, obviously, right now. Now we're gonna move on to this cute little guy. I believe this is caramel inside. We'll test it right now. My beloved. Caramel and chocolate, it's just the perfect combination, I think, honestly. Oh, that's delightful. Next up, we got this little guy. It's like 35 degrees outside and the wind's blowing, but this one is, I believe, either a cashew or pecan just covered in milk chocolate. Can't go wrong. Pecan. Oh, that's delicious. Melts in your mouth. The chocolate just melts. I love that one. I believe this here is marshmallow and caramel inside milk chocolate. I adore marshmallow with chocolate. I think it's the best combination. So let's take a look at this. Oh my God. Nope, that's caramel. Okay, so this, sorry about that. This is the marshmallow and caramel mix. Oh my God, the consistency of that. Oh my God, you just bite it, it tastes like a cloud. I love that. That's the inside, so it's very, you get the marshmallow and then a thin layer of caramel up on the top. I think this is definitely gonna be my favorite. This one was called the what was it, Megan?
Caramello.
Caramello. This would probably be my favorite out of them all, and then the pecans were delightful as well. But come on down. So the wind was a bit crazy there, had to switch camera angles, but all these were delightful. Probably the marshmallow caramel mix was my favorite, and the pecan comes in second. But come on down to Furlong's and get all the candy you need for your special somebody. We'll see you next time on Sweet Treats with Keeks.
Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.